They say the master makes more mistakes than the novice tries, makes attempts, something like that. I've made a mistake. I miscalculated. I forgot to put in space for my entryway and flue for my outdoor oven. Hi, I'm Angel, by the way, wielding a knife here. Don't worry, can't hurt you with it. So anyhow, before I can move forward with my outdoor oven, I must add a little more girth to my hearth. So, without further ado, I thought I would share with you the quick version of what I'm using, which is an experimental mix, mostly insulative but a little bit refractory for that hearth, which then I'm going to put fire brick on top, which is very refractory, which is why I'm mostly making this insulative. But I wanted to be a little bit stronger, so what I'm using is perlite, lime, Portland cement. I don't know if you can see any of this. Let's see. Perlite, lime, Portland cement, and fire clay. That's hawthorn clay. I think it might be called Georgia clay sometimes. It's different kinds of high fire clay, or fire clay it's called. That's refractory. You'd make a highly refractory layer for an outdoor oven with no Portland cement and probably no perlite, because that's insulative. But because I'm putting it on that hearth, that's what I'm using. I'm going to pause you, put you over here, put stuff in that wheelbarrow, and then bring you back so you can watch me mix, just so you can see my shovel, my amazing shovel mixing technique. The sun's getting kind of bright here, though, so we'll see how it goes. Please hold. Oh yeah, before I get any further, do not forget your rubber gloves, your face mask, or many layers of cloth, as I sometimes make do with, and your measuring device, some buckets of water. Have all your stuff handy. All right, now that I got my ingredients loaded up, much like a cake, you're going to mix the dry ingredients first, get them all mixed up, and then you're going to add the wet, and you're going to adjust if need be. So I'm going to sit you right here and enjoy a little visual of the Head Hutt. I got some videos about my building of that, in case you're interested. Oh, I don't think you'll be able to see my mixing technique from there, are you? Maybe there. We'll see. Some people use a hoe. I find this flat shovel works a lot better. Oh, I forgot my sand. Be right back. So I'm using silica sand, which is different from regular construction sand. It's usually a feldspar sand and is known for its tooth, which is good for building. This is called paver sand, patio sand. Sometimes it's pool sand, which is usually a smoother and more expensive version of silica sand. I think this is perfect because it's a little toothy, as in not too smooth, but also the chemistry of silica withstands the heat, I think, a little bit better than the feldspar, or melt with the lime better. I'm not real clear on that, but I know especially if you're making a refractory layer, that you might want to be careful about finding silica sand. Anyway, I've got a couple parts silica sand in my mix, so I'm going to continue mixing the dry ingredients. I'm going to pull this up. Do wear a proper mask. This is not proper. It's just better than nothing. just like baking a cake. Only bigger. Big cake. Out of cement. Rocks. Just about got it all mixed up pretty even. I'll let you see, and then I'm going to add a little water. See, it's not perfect, but pretty darn close. Perfect enough. You see that? It's pretty even. So I'm going to add some scoops of water, just enough to make it just workable kind of dough. It won't get real doughy because the perlite isn't sticky. It's little puffy rocks, but the other stuff I put in, the clay and the Portland and the lime, are sticky. Sorry, I'm trying to get it's golden hour. It's the good light. Get over here a little and talk to you. There you go. You can see that. See, it works up a little sweat there using the arm mixers. I'm gonna pause you, add some water, mix up the rest of it, and show you what we got. Alright, I went pretty brave with 2 whole scoops of water right to start, so hopefully that's not overdoing it. You don't want to overdo it with water ever in concrete work, but luckily I'm mastered enough. Just kidding, I'm not no master, but I am a solid novice now, so I'm not afraid, and I'll just add a little more dry if I need to, but I think this is going to be perfect. Let's find out. Looking alright. Probably need even just a little more water eventually, but let's get it out a little more. Just about a little smidgen of more, a skosh. About maybe half a bucket more. I've been doing about, 6 or 8 buckets of perlite to about 1.5 of clay, Portland, and lime to about 2 or so of the sand for this experimental mix. Add the rest of this water. I like to go from one side to the next toward the end, make sure I get all the edges mixed in. It's usually a little pocket or two to draw just stuck in the edge. Just like baking a cake, only sweatier. Maybe not. It gets sweaty in the kitchen too, don't we? When the oven's on. looking about like soup. Not really. You don't want it to look like soup. Looking kind of like a clay or a putty. This is kind of a little bit less sticky than I'd like, but I think I'm going to try to work with it. I'm going to add just a little more of this stuff. For stickiness. Lime. Just another skosh of water to make it easy on myself. Getting nice and sweaty in the session. It's a little harder to mix post like that, so I should mix it dry first, but not that big a deal to add a little bit more. Gotta make sure I mix it in real good though. It does take a little longer. I'm sweating good now. Want to make sure you get all the corners again. Never hide in there. Getting close. Whew, sunset. It's making me sweat. Well, that in the mixing probably. All right. We have mixed. A mixture. I'm gonna remove this, get some sweat off me, and remind you that it's a good time before you move on to the next part of your project to rinse your shovel, gloves, face, and hands if need be. I'm gonna go ahead and real quick put that over there. I'm trying to get out of the sun here. I'm gonna real quick put this, let me show you my mix here. Put this mix over onto my hearth, adding to it's going to be it's called a cold joint. It's already cured over there, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. It's going to be fine. And it's all a big experiment anyway. If it fails, I'll just try again. It's fine. I'll learn something. But anyway, I'm going to put this over there, and then I'm going to make sure and rinse and wipe down the wheelbarrow and shovel and trowel that I'm going to use. With a nice little brush or a sponge or a rag. Makes life a lot easier in the long run. Thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions at all, this was going to be the short version, but apparently it's a long version. Oh well. How to mix refractory / insulated mix for your outdoor oven in a wheelbarrow, or how you could mix other mixes in the wheelbarrow this way too. I've used this method a lot. It's a little lighter with the perlite than it would be with like Quikrete, but I've done 2 bags, 120 pounds at a time of Quikrete. The same method, works good with the flat shovel. Let me know if you've got questions. If you want to contact me or connect with me or support me, check out the description. There's lots of ways you can do that. And as always, until next time, I wish you love, lightheartedness, laughter. Don't forget to play every day, and, you can do anything you want to do.